I'm 20, and my business has been failing for over 5 months now. Zero income, and that's not even a joke. And literally just as I had gotten my first paying customer to pay me 1,203 euros, my mother called me, and I flew to Sierra Leone to film the teacher training of over 13,000 teachers in rural West Africa. Saying no. It's that uncomfortable feeling when you're holding all the options and you don't want to let any of them fall. That pit in your heart that this might very well change the trajectory of your life. That feeling that you need to make this irreversible decision, so it better be right. It's one of those skills Alex Hormozi, Steve Jobs, and even Gary Vee say is the most important one, but also the most difficult. And I want to discuss that today, because there's a few lessons in there from reflections that I forgot when I was 16 that resurfaced when I read this book. And I think it's something that all of them are actually missing. That if done right, make saying no not just easy, but natural. When I was 14, I would walk in the park in Germany for hours, trying to find something, a direction, a focus, something mentally to hold on to. And funnily enough, between the trees and myself, everything became a lot clearer. As I got older, I lost that, but understood that saying no is almost impossible when you don't have an internal compass. Something that helps you make decisions and guides you, because having an internal compass allows you to answer that vital question you need to answer when you say no, which is why. It's the same point this book makes, and a point I made quite a few shorts ago. Everything happens downstream from your values. Every point builds upon itself in this book. And at the base of all of those points is creating a list of values you regularly update and reference. And it's exactly that what I was doing in the park back then. Ask you something? I saw when I was inside, someone made a video with a drone of this place.
Before.
Is there a possibility to meet person?
Give me your number.
I knew that I would be very picky with my friends in school, that I would have to say no to many of them. I knew that I'd have to say no to smoking, drinking, and empty conversations, because those didn't support the person I wanted to become. Way later, I said no to a life of inaction, laziness, and hopelessness, because the person I want to become would too. We went to Sharm el-Sheikh, and I did that instead of deciding to go back in Germany, like we had originally planned. I had to say no to going back and reactivating my clients. We came because there's an apartment here, a project I'm overseeing, and for me to potentially collaborate with hotels here so that I can leverage that back home. I have to make these decisions no one else would, and as a result, it's like no one understands. Every day I'm choosing this over comfort and normality, a simpler, clearer life. And it's as I'm growing more of my values that I understand why. Because to be able to say no and to be able to say yes means spending time with yourself, finding yourself, and ultimately knowing yourself. What stands behind every no is a yes to the person you want to become. In the end, I'm becoming the kind of person who takes the world's attention and leads it to the problems that actually matter. Focused, purposeful, happy, and driven.